Hello, hello, hello. So yesterday, one of the students was doing an APTIS test that's on the APTIS website, and they were struggling a little bit on the practice test number 2. So what we're going to do today, as you can see, I'm looking on 2 different screens, is go through the exam itself and see what kind of mistakes or problems are occurring on this actual on the exam paper, essentially. Give me one moment. Let me double check which one it was. I believe it was practice test number, test 2. Okay, so we're looking at reading test 2. Let's take the test. So hopefully this time round, you'll be able to see my screen, and we're just going to go through the full exam paper and do this all together, the reading paper. Okay, so 35 minutes to complete the test. Let's try to do this as fast as possible. Choose the word that fits in the gap. The first one is done for you. Hey, Lyris, I need some help finding a dress. Do you mind coming to the mall with me? My cousin's wedding is in 2 weeks. The dress should be formal. I hate trying clothes on without a second opinion, and I can pick you up at 4 p.m. if you are free. Love, Helen. So this is a very basic exam style question for the APTIS reading, and you should know these answers. It's more of an A2 level, very low B1 style reading gaps. Okay, so I need some help finding a dress. Do you mind coming to the mall with me? My cousin's wedding is in 2 weeks' time, and the dress should be formal. That's the only one that might be a little bit different. The dress might be formal, the dress can be formal. It should be, yeah, because it's conditional. I hate trying clothes on without a second opinion. It's a phrasal verb there. And I can pick you up at 4 p.m. if you are free. Pick you up. Okay, good. Let's keep going. The sentences below are from a biography. Order the sentences to make a story. The first sentence is of the story, is an example. Okay, so this reports give information regarding public transportation in the city. Now, it's always going to be in order of a story or a biography or something that is in relation to time. So don't be thrown by this. It's always, if it's about people, it should start off with their birth and then ending with their death. So we're just trying to order it so that it makes logical sense, okay? They all agreed that there is not enough service in morning rush hour. If we do this, we'll have more satisfied customers. We interviewed 1,000 citizens who take the bus at least 5 days a week. Additionally, they said that the buses are too crowded, and this is why we believe we must add more vehicles to busy routes. Okay, so this is why if we do this, we have more satisfied customer. Okay, so maybe if we interviewed 1,000 citizens, they would have agreed on something. And then additionally, I think would just stay in the middle. Let's read it through and see if this is the right order. So this report gives information regarding public transportation in the city. We interviewed 1,000 citizens who take the bus at least 5 days a week. They all agreed that there is not enough service in morning rush hour. And additionally, they said that the buses are too crowded. This is why we believe that we must add more vehicles to busy routes. If we do this, we'll have more satisfied customers. So that is correct. The order is made easy because of the connectors. Additionally, this is why, and if we do this, we will, okay? And we ordered this one right at the beginning because it's talking about a report. What happens in a report? Well, we interviewed somebody or people. And then what happened? Well, they agreed this. Just try to order one or two of the phrases, two or three, sorry, of the phrases together so that they match up, just like you would do in a jigsaw puzzle, and then piece the whole thing together. Okay, let's move on. The sentences below are from some directions. Put the sentences in the right order. The first one is done for you. If you're visiting our bed and breakfast for the first time, please read the instructions carefully. So it's an order of instructions. Okay, so let's see. We want to look at something that's in relation to arriving. Yeah, so I'm guessing this is going to be number one. And then the last one is going to be the checkout. Yeah, so I'm just going to quickly order those two. I haven't read all of them yet. This is the first time I've even seen this paper. So let's try this. Jessica, our host, will greet you on arrival. Then she'll give you the key and show you around the apartment. Sounds fairly good. At this time, you can ask her any questions about things to do in the area. During your stay, you can use any of the flat's amenities at your leisure. And before you check out, please leave the key in the mailbox. Actually, we only had to move one of those things or two, and it's all in order. It sounds all like it's correct there. Yeah, so very, very easy task there. Just making sure we're checking on the arrival and we're checking on the checking out. Okay, so those are the only two that we really needed to order. Everything else stayed exactly the same. Don't overcomplicate things. Keep moving on. Okay, so in this exercise, read the 4 opinions posted on a film forum and then answer the questions. Who watched a different genre? Who attended the cinema unaccompanied? Who disliked the experience? Who thought the film was perfect? And who watched the movie impulsively? And who only liked part of the cast? And who would watch something similar in the future? What did I just do there? I've read all of the opinions first before reading the long text. It's very, very important that you do this. The reason for that is because if you don't know what you're ordering or looking for, then it makes no sense to read the long text. That's going to waste a lot of your time. So here we have person A, B, C, and D, and then we need to figure out which of these go in here. Okay, so we're looking for keywords about different genres. Okay, who watched a different genre? Let's scan the text and not read it. Okay, different genres. I don't see anything about genres actually. Popcorn, books, watched a different genre. Maybe this one. It says, I can't stand musicals. So, it's opinions posted on a film forum. Who watched a different genre? So this one talks about the cinema, special effects. I'm going to leave that question till the end so we can try to figure it out slowly. Who attended the cinema unaccompanied? I'm guessing it's going to be this one because I remember seeing some. There we go. I don't really like watching movies in the cinema. Okay, so did they attend the cinema? My friends really wanted to see this film, so I joined them on a whim. So it's not person B because they joined some friends on a whim. So that's number 5 here. Who watched the movie impulsively? Person B. Okay, so that person joined their friends on a whim. On a whim means impulsively. Okay. Who only liked part of the cast? So let's see. Anything that talks about actors. There we go. Emotions of the actors. So the opinion is only like part of the cast. So I can't stand musicals. I think there are too many dance numbers, not enough content. I was hesitant when my girlfriend wanted to go watch one. I can't believe it, but it blew me away. Okay, the emotion of the actors was incredible. I laughed, I cried. I did think it could include a bit more dialogue. Action films are still my favorite, but definitely would give musicals another chance after enjoying this one so much. Actually, we've just discovered that this person doesn't like musicals, prefers action films, which I didn't see the first time. So that makes the first answer person D. And we were looking at cast. So cast, this one doesn't mention anything about the cast, okay? It does answer question 7, though. Who would watch something similar in the future? That's person D, because they're saying, I definitely will give musicals another chance after enjoying this one so much. Yeah. Let's take a look then. Attended the cinema unaccompanied. Maybe it was this one. I had high expectations for this film. It's a sequel. I went to the cinema alone. Who attended the cinema unaccompanied? Person A. Who disliked the experience? Wow, the special effects were unrealistic, poorly done. Very little character development, too many plot holes. I can't believe I waited a whole year for that. The only saving grace was the lead actor. He played his part well, but I can't say the same for the others. So, this person only liked part of the cast and disliked the experience. So, we've only got one question left, and we still haven't read B and C yet. Who thought the film was perfect? Okay. The tickets cost an arm and a leg. Couldn't believe prices. I could buy 3 packages of popcorn. Was the movie good? Yes, it was all right. I could have done with, depending on, okay, the film. Was the film perfect? I don't feel like they ever do. However, this one was an exception. Okay, I avoid films that are based on books that I have read. However, this one was the exception. So, person C thought the film was perfect. Let's double check the answers because, again, I've only skimmed the text. I haven't read all of the information. So, let's look at person C because I can see there's only one of these opinions is person C. So I want to double check it. I want to read it through. Yeah. Well, I mean, we've got 5 questions and we've still got 23 minutes left. So let's see. Normally, I avoid films that are based on books that I have read. I don't feel like they ever do the literature any justice. However, this one was the exception. The director really respected the author's vision, included all the necessary plot points. Of course, some details were missing, but if they were included, the film would be like 6 hours long. So that sentence there does not make person C the incorrect answer. Actually, it agrees with that because they're saying the film was perfect because some details were missing. If they included all of the details, the film would be 6 hours long. We don't want that. The set was amazing. I can't find a flaw. There's not a single mistake. A flaw is a mistake. I still don't think I'll watch any other book-based movies. Okay, so yeah, person C only is a 1 of these 7 opinions. Now, person A is in 3. So let's read it through and make sure that we've got the right answers there. If you're doing this on pen and paper, I would highly recommend that you highlight the sentence that has kind of the information that matches the 4 opinions and put the number of the question next to that sentence so that you remember where it is and you don't have to read it again, right? I had high expectations for this film, okay? It's a sequel I've been looking forward to since the end of the last one. I even went to the cinema alone so that I wouldn't be interrupted by anyone. So definitely that person went to the cinema unaccompanied. But But was I ever let down? Yeah. The special effects were unrealistic and poorly done. There was very little character development and too many plot holes in the storyline. I can't believe I waited a whole year for that. The only saving grace was the lead actor. He played his part well, but I can't say the same for the others. Again, so the special effects were unrealistic and poorly done. There was little character development and too many plot holes. So they disliked the experience because the experience are the special effects. Okay. I only like part of the cast. He says the only saving grace was the lead actor. He played his part well, but I can't say the same for the others. So yes, those are the ones for person A. And then we have, who haven't we read? B and C. Person B is who watched the movie impulsively. I don't really like watching movies in a cinema. I would much rather stay in and stream one at home. My friends really wanted to see this new film, so I joined them on a whim. Exactly. They watched the movie impulsively. The tickets cost an arm and a leg, and I couldn't believe prices for concessions. I could buy 3 packages of popcorns at the supermarket for the price of a medium size. Was the movie good? Well, yes, it was all right, but I could have done without spending all that money. Um, Potentially, person B disliked the experience as well. But I think person A is more about the experience because we're talking about the special effects. So, which one of them could be dislike the experience? Let's go for, wow, I'm going to change my mind. In terms of the experience, I'm going to change that to person B. Yeah, the reason for that is because there were 3 answers of question A, and that normally isn't correct. So who disliked the experience? I think person B, because he doesn't like watching movies in a cinema. He prefers to be at home. He thinks that it was expensive. He thought the popcorn was expensive. He thought the movie was good, but he didn't want to spend that money. So I think this person disliked the experience overall. Okay, it was all right. What else was it? Who watched the movie impulsively? It was person B. Now we've already read C. We're just on D. I can't stand musicals. I think there are too many dance numbers and not enough content. So I was hesitant when my girlfriend wanted to watch one. Can't believe I'm admitting it, but it blew me away. The emotions of the actors was incredible. I laughed, I cried. I think I could include a bit more dialogue though. Action films are still my favorite, but definitely will give musicals another chance after enjoying this one so much. So yes, this person thought that the film was perfect. Yeah, sorry, no. Which one would enjoy watching something in the future? Sorry. Exactly. So we're talking about the future. Let's see. Yeah, so I'll definitely give musicals another chance. Yeah, so he'll watch something in the future. Did he think it was perfect? Sorry, that was C. Yeah, because C says, I can't find a flaw. Yeah, so who watched a different genre? It was person D. He was watching a musical. Who attended the cinema unaccompanied? This one because he didn't want it to be interrupted. Who disliked the experience? Person B because he didn't want to spend that money. He prefers to be at home. Who thought the film was perfect? Person C because this one was an exception. It was amazing. He couldn't find a flaw. Who watched the movie impulsively? Person B joined them on a whim. Who only liked part of the cast? This one here, person A, because the saving grace was the lead actor. The rest were bad. And who would watch something similar in the future? Person D, because he'll definitely give musicals another chance. Let's keep moving. Read the next text, match the headings to the paragraph, answer to question 0 as an example. There's one heading that you will not use. Let's look at the headings. Protecting a legacy, modern origins, international expansion, pizza and pop culture. Important ingredients, flavor modifications, change perspectives, and convenient innovations. So let's see. Anything in relation to a legacy. So although people have been enjoying a version of pizza since ancient times, so is there anything about origins? Yeah, there we go. It could potentially be this one. So, although people have been enjoying a version of pizza since ancient times, modern pizza has its beginnings in Naples, in Italy, dating back to the 18th century. Many people lived in poverty and needed food that was inexpensive to prepare and quick to consume. Tomatoes were new commodity to Europe, and they were a cheap topping to add to oven-baked flatbread. Other ingredients included lard, garlic, and horse cheese. Due to the population's on-the-go lifestyle, this food was often sold in the streets and eaten standing up. I don't think that has anything to do with modern life. Or maybe. It's talking about ingredients, maybe important ingredients. It's talking about uh, it's talking about tomatoes, sheep toffee, other ingredients, places where it's sold. Hmm. I'm going to put important ingredients for now. Let's have a look at number two. Despite this dish being associated with the lower class, maybe to do with perspectives there. A shift in opinion occurred with king and queen visited in the city 1889. The pair were given pieces to try, but the one that won the queen over was basil, mozzarella, and tomato sauce. She loved it so much they named the pizza after her, the Margherita. Aside from the delicious combination, the colors of the pizza represent green, white, and red of the Italian flag. After that, the royal couple tried this region's specialty. It became a national dish. Changed perspective, yeah, because it changed from being a poor man's pizza to a rich person's food, right? Let's have a look at number three then. Furthermore, Italian immigrants took this recipe with them to the United States of America. The first pizzeria was said to have opened up in New York, fewer than 20 years after its fame in Italy. So, similar restaurants in Italian American communities began to pop up shortly after. The craving for pizza didn't stop there. American soldiers returned home. They desired the taste of a European delicacy that they'd been accustomed to while abroad, and restaurants all over the nation were offering pizza. So, I'd say international expansion there because it's talking about the Italians, immigration, United States, and then the soldiers returning home from war. I would say international expansion. Yes. Let's keep moving. As the world became more globalized, so this one may be, we might have to change some around here. A variety of changes to suit local tastes were introduced, much to the disapproval of the original Napoleon founders. Moving away from the traditional shape is Chicago's deep dish style pizza. The dish resembles a pie where ingredients are layered in a cake pan, baked for 30 minutes. Some of these modifications have been internationally recognized. The famous Hawaiian style pizza topped with pineapple and ham was invented by a Greek immigrant in Canada as a unique measure to attract more customers. International expansion? I don't think so. Ingredients are layered. No. So, question 4. Has the world become more globalized? Variety of changes in tastes. I think it's flavor modifications because it's talking more about ingredients and taste here. Changes to suit local tastes were introduced. Yeah, let's keep moving. Number 5. In addition to the ingredients, pizza also adapted to modern society. Chain restaurants such as Pizza Hut, Domino's began in the early 1960s and have spread around the world, later even associated with popularization of pizza delivery. Domino's operates in over 90 countries over the world. Invention of frozen pizza made its debut around this time. Consumers are now able to purchase a box of ready-made pizza from their local supermarket and heat it up at home. It's going to be convenient innovations. The reason why it's innovations and not international expansion there is because it's talking about innovations like frozen pizza, is talking about Domino's, delivery, heating up in supermarkets, leisure and convenience. So we're talking about innovations that makes it easily spread out and across the world. Okay, number 6. The admiration for pizza did not stop in people's stomachs. It's mentioned in classical literature. It even made it onto the big screen. Who could forget Julia Roberts in Eat, Pray, Love when she tastes pizza in Naples and professes her love for it? Even fictional characters like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles were also quite fond of this meal. Pop culture. The reason for that is because we're talking about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Julia Roberts, and films. So that's pop culture when we're talking about movies and things like that. And number 7, today its popularity is undisputed and you can find pizza all over the world. While ordering pizza, pineapple on a pizza might be discussed in Italy, Naples. It's making an effort to maintain original form's authenticity. In order to preserve the sanctity of its beloved dish, Italy has passed some laws claiming what truly qualifies a pizza. I'd say protecting a legacy. So I'm going to quickly read through number 7 again because I skimmed through it. We've got 8 minutes left, so we have plenty of time to be able to read them all through and make sure that they are the right answer. I don't think we have any duplicates there, so I think we're pretty good. Number 7, protecting a legacy. Is it a legacy? Well, we're talking about preserving the sanctity of its beloved dish, its past laws, what qualifies as a true pizza, and the style. Yeah, it's still allowed to exist without protest. So it's definitely going to be protecting a legacy. 6, pizza in pop culture. Okay, so we're talking about, pop culture there. That remains the same. Number 5, convenient innovation. So we're talking about box of ready-made pizza. Yes. Flavor modifications for 4. Let's see. As the world became more globalized, a variety of changes to suit local tastes were introduced, much to the disapproval of the founders. So yes, flavor modifications. Number 3, international expansion. So the first pizzas opened in New York, then in Italy, then in America. It didn't stop there. Soldiers wanted it as well. So international expansion. I don't think we'll change it to anything else. Number 2, change perspectives. Let's see. Yes, so they were talking about how it was for the lower class, and then the king and queen tried it, and they changed their minds and became a national flavored dish because it combines not just the flavors, but also the colors. And number 1, which is the most difficult one, we decided on important ingredients. So let's double check that one. It's the only one that I'm unsure on. People have been enjoying versions of pizza since ancient times. Modern pizza has its beginning in Naples, dating back. Many people lived in poverty, needed food that was inexpensive, quick to consume. Tomatoes were new commodity. They were cheap. Other ingredients included lard, garlic, and horse cheese. It's food sold in the streets, eaten standing up. Yeah, I think it is talking about important ingredients because it doesn't really fit the others. It's not talking about standing up. No, none of those other answers relate to kind of the opinions of that text. So I think we're pretty good on all of that. And we've still got 5 minutes left. Let's check the answers. So we've reached the end of the test. Let's click finish. And we reviewed all of our answers. And it's telling me that number 2.1 is incorrect. What did we put for 2? 2.1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3.1, 3.2, and 3.5. Let's have a look. 2.1. Reading. Let's go to question 2.1. And 2.1. They're saying all of them are incorrect. Let's see. So we said we interviewed. They all agreed if we do this. Additionally, we interviewed 1,000 citizens. So this report gives information regarding public transportation. We interviewed 1,000 citizens who take the bus at least 5 days a week. They all agree there's not enough service in morning rush hour. Additionally, they said that the buses are too crowded. This is why we believe we must add more vehicles to busy routes. If we do this, we'll have more satisfied customers. 2.12345. That is correct. It can't be in any other way. Let's take a look at question 3. Okay, it's the same style question. If you're visiting our bread and breakfast, please read the instructions. Okay, so before you check out goes here. There we go. So Jessica will greet you on arrival, then she'll give you the key. Then you can ask her any questions. During your stay, you can use any of the amenities, and before you check out, leave the key. That is all correct. There's no mistake there. So let's double check again. Yeah, it's telling me that question 3 is incorrect. 3.1, 2, 3.3 and 3.4 are correct, but just 3 and 4 are correct. Let's see. Oops. Question 3. Okay, 3.4 and 5 were correct. So it's saying this one is here. 3 and 4 are correct. During your stay, you can use. Jessica, our host, will greet you on arrival. Now, this time, you can ask her any questions during your stay. You can use any of the amenities, then she'll give you a key and show you around the apartment. That doesn't make sense. Please leave the key in the mailbox. There is no other way that this can be done. So Jessica, our host, will greet you on arrival. This is correct. Yeah, and then she'll give you the key. At this time, you can ask her any questions during your stay. You can use anyone. So this is the reason why we go through and check the students' answers. Let me see what my student said. Yeah, so my student had said that question 2 and 3 were wrong. And we've just gone through the exam paper, and I can confirm that there is a mistake in the answers of the APTIS website. So make sure that they are the original ones that we put up. It's all correct. And yeah, we went through the full exam paper just now, and all of those answers were correct. Okay, so just ignore the answers that have been shown on the screen, the orders there. There is no way that it is in a different order. It can't be in another order. So just ignore the results there. Okay, and that is the end of that particular paper then. Hopefully that's helped.